Welcome to the Stuff and Things Podcast, your home for all stuff related to your favorite things in entertainment. Now, here are your hosts.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Stuff and Things Podcast, weekly episode coming to you every Friday except for the last 2 Fridays. I apologise profusely to you all. Basically what happened was me and my co-host Steph, who is here with me right now, both caught the plague. COVID/flu/plague basically.
I think plague sums it up nicely.
Yeah, completely done in. Just couldn't speak. Well, I could speak, but after every 3 to 4 words, there was a coughing fit that lasted 20 minutes.
I must say, I'm 36 years old, and I can safely say those 2 weeks are the most ill I have been in my 36 years of life. It was horrendous.
It was. Now, typically, we're quite smart, you see. So what we do is we record a few episodes, and then that way, if ever we're ill, we got that episode, we can slot in. That's all good. Unfortunately, someone took a holiday for like 5 weeks, and therefore we have no recorded shows. So basically, what I'm saying is it's all Stefan's fault.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, there we go. So apologies everybody, but yeah, we did take a 2-week hiatus. That does mean you missed out on the Valentine's Day special episode, where we were going to talk about all our first loves, first this, first that. So I know everyone listening right now is going to be devastated that didn't happen, but rest assured, I'll forget by next year. So that won't happen either, but we are back with a fun one. I think it's fun anyway. And our topic for this week for discussion is kids' TV nostalgia. I was born in 1983, so my memories of kids' TV is the late 80s and then into the 90s, early 90s.
Yeah.
I do believe you were born in the ripe old year of 1990.
I was.
So your sort of kids' TV then, sort of mid-90s into early 2000s, but obviously you're going to have been aware of some of the 80s stuff as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say a few shows to you, okay?
Okay.
Because they are very 80s. And I'm just going to be curious if you've heard of them, and then 2, what you think, okay?
Okay, yeah.
So the very first one I'm going to mention to you, should be a straightforward one, and that is Transformers.
Yep. Transformers, robots in disguise. Yep.
Yeah, but did you like it? Do you remember watching it as a kid?
I remember the cartoon animated show, and I do remember watching it as a kid.
No, not a fan. You don't seem very infused. Like I mentioned Transformers, and you're just kind of like, meh.
No, I remember watching it. So I think the Transformers for me was... I first got into that when I was older, when the first live-action movie came out. That was kind of when I really got into it. But I do remember it as a kid.
Okay. So Transformers animated show for me was epic. There was a movie as well, which was late 80s. I think it was 89. And it was incredible. It was so for a kid's film, it was so violent. But yeah, it was great. Now, Transformers, it's kind of very 80s. Just a little side note here, which kills me, by the way. And there's a few of these things, like with Star Wars as well. But I had, when Transformers was out, and it was a big thing in the 80s, Hasbro toys, Transformers, were incredible. These toys, man, they look like cars, they look like trucks, they look like planes, and you could literally transform them into the robots. Nice. These toys were the nuts.
Yeah.
And I had all of them. Like, I had all the Decepticons, I had all the Autobots. Now, they weren't boxed or anything, they were toys, because I played with them. But when I see these collections now, because of course they stopped making them when the world got soft and, oh no, these transforming parts can come off and they might choke on them.
Here, kid, go and put a toy in your mouth. Okay.
Yeah. How about parents try parenting? But anyway, so the whole that whole collection now, even like unboxed, like part chewed or whatever, sells for thousands.
Oh no!
I gave all of mine to my nephew, who promptly took them to a car boot sale for like 50p or something.
Oh no!
It kills me. Kills me. But anyway, that aside, I'm going to say a few really random ones to you, okay?
Okay.
Do you ever see the show Visionaries?
Nope.
Okay. Did you ever see the show Jace and the Wheeled Warriors?
Nope. No.
Okay, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. This is what we're doing. How about the show Super Ted?
Yes! I loved Super Ted!
There we go. Super Ted rules.
Loved Super Ted.
Okay,
and Spotty
good.
Man.
Okay. Yeah, Super Ted and Spotty Man. Yeah. Now I had Super Ted pajamas, and just to be clear, because this is important, it had a cloak.
Oh.
Yeah, there is a picture of me in a Super Ted like onesie, basically, with my dad holding me above his head like I'm flying.
Legend. Yep.
It's just had to be done. But yeah, Super Ted loves Super Ted. Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. We're in a good place. How about Banana Man?
Now, I'm gonna say no. However, like, it's ringing a bell, but it's not one that I can definitely say I watched. But for some reason, it rings a bell.
It's a very British superhero where if he eats a banana, he became Superman, like super strong, could fly. He was Banana Man. But anyway, that was okay. All right, so we're gonna head back to my list. I'd imagine, because this has been remade as well, but Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse. Da-da-da-da. I used to love that.
Brilliant, good. I'm pleased because it's like Danger Mouse was one of those for me that I used to just watch. It used to crack me up. Now here's one that I loved. Roland Rat.
Why does that ring a bell?
He was a puppet.
Okay.
Ye rat fans, like that.
No, there's something about that ringing a bell.
Oh, I loved Roland Rat. I was a massive fan of Roland Rat when I was little. Okay. So, do you remember when like Transformers and shows like that were out? There always seemed to be a kind of it's the wrong wording, but like a cheaper equivalent.
Yes.
So there was another show called GoBots. Do you remember GoBots?
GoBots. No,
Yeah.
no, I can't say I remember GoBots.
Okay, all right. No, that's probably a good thing. I'm going to keep it with the 80s, and I'm going to bring up the one that, I mean, is kind of dominant from my age group. That's Thundercats.
See, again, I just missed Thundercats.
Thundercats. Oh, da, 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 da. No, Thundercats.
I missed Thundercats.
Oh man, that's so what about He-Man?
Oh, yes, see, now I remember watching He-Man. By the power invested in Grayskull.
By the power invested in Grayskull. He isn't marrying people. What the hell was that?
I don't know, that's how I remember.
By the power of Grayskull, I have the power.
Yeah, see,
the power
I
invested in. By the power invested in me, I name you Battle Cat.
It looks dreadful.
It's not how it works. Although that did make me laugh. Thanks, man. Okay, so enough jokes about He-Man. Can you, like, I've just done that list then from when I was little. Have you got a list of shows from when you were little as a kid that you remember, so we could do the same thing in reverse? Now, hopefully, I should know most, if not all of these, because I'm older, but can you do that? What were your shows when you were little?
So we've already done Super Ted.
Yes.
Dinosaurs.
I remember dinosaurs, yeah.
Yeah, honey, I'm home. That for me, that was like one of my top ones.
Okay, that's a good one.
Button Moon.
Oh, wow, that's an old... Okay, yeah, no, I remember it, but that wasn't one I watched.
I saw that on stage.
Wow, okay.
They did a stage show, and I saw that, so I was obsessed with that.
Oh, okay, no, that's pretty cool. That's a good one. Button.
One of my other favourites was Fraggle Rock.
Oh, my brothers loved Fraggle Rock. I was never a fan. But okay.
Death scares away. Dum dum. Troubles for another. That was I remember.
Yeah, I remember Fraggle Rock. Yeah.
What else? They were kind of like my main. They were probably my main ones. Yeah, Button Moon, Fraggle Rock, Dinosaurs, Super Ted.
Yeah. Okay.
Pingu. Oh my god, I cannot forget the legend that is Pingu.
Man, yeah, no. I knew of Pingu, but no, that wasn't.
My 18th birthday, my nana got me a 2 foot tall Pingu for my birthday on my 18th.
That's pretty cool.
Because I was obsessed. It was that, and for me, it was that, and then Disney movies. That was kind of my childhood. But TV shows wise, they were like my main ones.
Okay. So, just sort of randomly, can you think of a show? Because I'm going to say to you, like, the Garfield cartoon show.
Yep.
Now, I loved that, but the main reason why I loved it is my gran was a massive fan of Garfield. It was like our thing. Like, every birthday or whatever, I'd get her something that was Garfield related, and you know, I hate Mondays, I love lasagna. And and so it was kind of like a shared thing, so I'd watch with her. So, like, to this day, I have a massive, you know, affection and love for that show. Have you got something like that, like it's associated with a person, like, oh, wow, I've got this memory, and sort of links the show to it?
Actually, yeah, do you know what? There is probably one.
Yeah.
Do you remember a show? It used to be on the Disney Channel called Recess.
No.
So there was, when I used to go to my nan and granddad's house, that was, Sky TV was just becoming a bit of a thing.
Yeah.
So they had the Disney Channel. Oh my god, like the most amazing thing ever.
If you say so.
And one of the shows on there was a show called Recess.
Yeah.
So whenever I now hear the music or anything for that, I'm just straight back to, oh, I remember being at my nan's watching that.
I like that. Yeah, there's stuff like that's nice. This the sort of the memory. I remember, like, as I was getting older, there was a show called Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Like, the theme tune to that, like, just takes me back to being that age again. Like this, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to give you an example. The next thing I was going to say. So there was a TV show which, on the face of it, was ridiculously formulaic, was incredibly badly acted and scripted. It was shockingly kind of, like, everything about it was so naff, right? So naff. Yeah. And I would end up watching it every time it was on. And that show was the Power Rangers.
Oh, I used to have a friend that was obsessed with Power Rangers.
Like, there was something so ridiculously simplistic. I mean, it's a kid's show, so, you know, you're not doing sort of like unbelievable plot points, but I can still remember a plot point in that show where they introduced a new ranger, a green ranger, who was actually working for the villain. And, like, I remember that arc, like, oh my God, this is traumatic stuff. And it's like...
The betrayal!
Yeah. I was, like, at this age where it was like, I probably should have aged out of it, but I was still watching it, like, this kind of... I wouldn't have told anyone, you know? Like,
oh,
like,
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, what do you watch when you get home? Football, really? Nothing else. It's like, Power Rangers on, leave me alone. So yeah, that was a weird one. Do you have any shows that's kind of like when you were watching it and still enjoying it, you probably wouldn't have let on that you were still watching a kid's show and enjoying it?
Pokemon.
No.
So Pokemon used to be on just before I used to know that the second the credits started rolling, I had to be out the front door to get to school on time.
That's hilarious.
Like, that was how well I knew the timing of that. Absolutely perfection. Like, okay, I'm going to get to school on time.
Yeah.
And go! You know, that sort of thing.
Do you remember the Animals of Farthing Wood?
That rings bells.
It was this really cute, calming, young kind of animated show. It was really nice, and it was on a Sunday morning. And I used to sit and watch the Animals of Farthing Wood. Like I said, this ridiculously calm, kind of lovely show. And when that finished, I would go and play rugby, where I'd basically beat the crap out of people.
I like it, the yin and yang. I like it.
Yeah, it was like I was in this total zen kind of happy place, sat there in my rugby gear, ready to go to play our Sunday's rugby minis, and then just go and play probably one of the most violent sports in the UK. And I'd be all like zenned out watching Animals of Farthing Wood. Like, I was such a bizarre memory I have, but yeah, that was nice.
I love that.
There's TV. Like, there's too many to mention. Like, do you remember Rainbow?
Oh yes.
High above the streets and houses, rainbow flying high, like that.
Everybody paint a rainbow. Yep.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Zippy.
So you don't remember that? Yes. Oh, Zippy. Yes.
Was it Bungle or something?
Yeah, Bungle. Yeah. It's like every friendship group then had a big lumbering kid they called Bungle. All right, Bungle. Hey, George, Zippy. Yeah. Like that. Shows like that are just freaking weird when you watch them back now.
Oh God, aren't they just?
Another kids show which then got ruined by sickening innuendo was Captain Pugwash. do you remember Captain Pugwash?
I remember the
sickening innuendo
of Pugwash.
The rumours that Captain Pugwash had characters like Roger the Cabin Boy and Seamaster Bates.
That's it. There's Master Bates and
Roger the Cabin Boy and all stuff like that. No, he didn't. But
don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Oh, yes, they did. Yes, sorry. Yeah, just kind of crazy. The one show I think we have to talk about, of course, from kids' TV, which was late 70s, is of course Jim of Fix It. Do you remember that show?
I don't remember the show itself. I was a bit young. I mean, I was probably the right age for him. I was too young to to watch the show itself.
Yeah.
But I do know of it.
Yeah, I know of it as well. Interesting that, how neither of us watched that show and yet somehow it's quite famous in the world. Now, another thing from my childhood was Rolf Harris. And Rolf had a cartoon club. Do you remember Rolf's cartoon club?
I don't.
Well, Rolf's cartoon club, I was a member. And I used to do like those flip book animations, you know, like where that, and he'd tell you he'd show you how to do it and everything like that.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Yeah. Seriously, I met the guy, sat on his knee, never tried it on once. I'm so mad. Anyway, do you remember Art Attack?
Oh my God, yes. See, as soon as you said Rolf Harris Art Club, my brain went to, oh my God, Art Attack.
This is an Art Attack. This is an Art Attack. This is Art Attack.
Here's one I made earlier.
Yes. Now,
yeah.
Do you remember some of the mental shows, like with the kids, like Funhouse?
Vaguely, yeah.
Oh, you only find it like with the twins. Oh, dude, like one of my first crushes in the world. Do you remember? There's like what was the show called? They used to trash a house looking for keys.
Oh God, yep.
I can't for the life of me think what it was called now.
No. I know what you mean though. They used to literally like turn the place upside down to try and find them.
Yeah, to try and find keys. Oh, that's like locked something. I don't know. It's gone. I'll tell you another one from my childhood, which was kind of ahead of its time. Do you ever see Nightmare?
No, I don't know that one.
So it was like secondary school kids, and one of them would put on a helmet and go into a room, and the others would be watching on a screen, and the guy would be in the room, and they'd have to like tell him like you couldn't see, so it was like one step forward, to the right, and it was like CGI kind of like creatures and stuff, and they'd have to like answer clues and questions and stuff. It was really actually quite a great show. Kind of, yeah, it was great. Like I said, it was ahead of its time.
You say Nightmare. Do you remember the Demon Headmaster?
I do remember Demon Headmaster.
That show messed me up. I hated that show.
That freaked a lot of people out. I remember people genuinely not liking that show.
Oh, no, I never liked that. Now, okay, here's a fun one for you then. As we're talking about childhood and stuff.
Yeah.
TV show, still around now. My kids are obsessed with it.
Okay.
As a child, child, I hated it for a really weird reason.
Okay.
The Simpsons.
You hated The Simpsons?
As a child, I hated The Simpsons. Between the age of probably about 8 to about 12.
How? Why?
So, this was back when it used to be on TV at 6 o'clock every day during the week.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I spent most of my childhood out the front of my house playing football with my friends.
Yeah.
Or riding our bikes, cricket, whatever. Just, we were a group of like 4 young lads that all lived on the same row of houses.
Yeah.
At 6 o'clock or whatever it was, every single evening, they all went in to watch Simpsons and have dinner.
Yeah.
So therefore, that was the end of my playing outside.
So you hated it because
I hated it because it took my friends away from me 5 days a week. Middle of a game. Oh, it's 5 to 6. We've got to go in now. Simpsons is on. No.
Bless you. Bless you. It's almost adorable.
Yeah, that was my reason, and I hated The Simpsons for years. People would talk about The Simpsons. I'm like, no, it's crap. Don't watch it.
Well, I want to talk about the randomness of kids' TV as well. Do you remember a show called Woof?
Woof, no.
Which was a small boy who transformed into a dog.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Why not? There was the whole. There was another show, Bodger and Badger. Do you remember that?
Bodger and Badger, Bodger and Badger.
So no, you don't remember that? Okay.
Yeah, remember that one? That was good. Completely love mashed potato.
Yeah, there you go. So there's also
Bernard's Watch. Do you remember that one?
What one?
Bernard's Watch.
Yes, that was one of the ones I was trying to think of. Talk about
that one. That was one of those ones where, as a child, you just wished you had that ability.
Oh, I still wish I had that ability now.
And I would cause havoc with it.
Yeah,
no good would come from this.
No. Like when we did our show talking about having superpowers, I realised very quickly I would not be a good guy.
No.
Like very, very quickly. There's a reason I should not be entrusted with these abilities, and that's clearly why. Do you have any, so for me, it's kind of funny, I'm trying to work this out. I'd have been 13, 14, maybe 15 when my little sister was sort of 2, 3 and watching TV shows.
Yeah.
And so when I was little, you know this because you got kids now as well. I've had kids. They are quite happy to watch a show, rewind it, and watch it again. They don't like that repetition of I've just watched it. Like that doesn't matter to them. And I went on a holiday with my dad, his wife, and my younger sister, and it rained the whole time. And so we were stuck in a room, and she had one video with 3 episodes of Noddy.
Oh God, I never was a Noddy fan.
Oh mate,
After that holiday, God, I can imagine you
honestly, I hear the theme tune, and without even any sort of premeditation, I clench my fists. I got so annoyed and so kind of like, Noddy, Noddy, the little boy in his red and yellow car. Like, I know all the friggin' words. Like, it's just ingrained in my brain because I watched and those 3 freaking episodes. It is 20-something years, and I swear, if someone puts it on, I can do it word for word.
I can still be any of those characters.
She watched them for like 6 hours every day for 5 days. Just watched them, rewound it. Watched them, rewound it. And I was like, oh, do you want to watch something else? No. You sure you don't want to watch something else?
I'm okay.
No.
No one else is.
And we'd just sit there, Noddy, Noddy. Like, she'd just be fine. I was losing it, man. It was like a torture thing.
Oh, God, yeah.
Can you think of any shows like that perhaps a younger sibling, or perhaps now you've got kids, where they have watched it and you're just sat there like, this is killing me?
So the original Blue's Clues.
Oh, I don't even know that show.
It was a little CGI dog.
Right.
And a man stood in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
And he would run on the spot, and he'd be going all through his house and, who's clues, Blue's Clues, you know what to do.
Wait, I just remembered the name of that show, Finders Keepers. That was the show, when they were running through a house.
That was it.
Keys.
Yeah.
It was called Finders Keepers. Sorry, Blue's Clues, carry on.
It was like you would just sit there and he would find these the paw prints on random things, and he'd put it together and he'd find out what it was. And
sounds horrific.
For the first time you watch it, you're like, okay, fair enough. And then it goes on and on. And it's like, oh my God. The fun one for me, so I don't know what this classifies my parents as, but my sister's favourite thing she watched when she was 3 years old.
Yeah.
And you know those things they'd watch on repeat?
Yeah.
It was actually a movie called Dog Soldiers. It was a horror film about werewolves.
Yeah.
But for some reason, my sister was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It was like Blue's Clues, werewolves. That was kind of...
Well, I do question the parenting there, but sticking to kids' TV.
My daughter now is Bluey.
Yeah, I missed all of Bluey, but everyone I know with a kid in the last 5 years is basically obsessed with that show.
Not going to lie, best TV show ever.
There you go.
For kids. It's fantastic.
People are just...
I have a T-shirt in my Bandit era with a picture of the dad on it. Yeah.
I got no idea. Like, that just... Cause like my daughter, for example, went head into Peppa Pig. Like, that came out...
Oh, the world's most arrogant bacon sandwich.
It just... Like, the whole jumping in muddy puddles thing. Like, I remember walking her to school once and her basically eviscerating every single puddle. And I remember walking there just thinking to myself, whoever came up with that show, I'm going to slap the shit out of them. But the funny thing is, though, and I don't know whether you find this, but because it's going to be on, the kids are going to be watching it, you do discover on a pretty regular basis that the people who write some of these kids' shows know that mums or dads are watching it. So they write it with a view of we're going to put something in that's going to make them laugh or make them want to watch it. So Peppa Pig, not really. There's a few things in it.
There is nothing in Peppa Pig that redeems it in any way, shape or form.
But there was another show from the same people who made Peppa Pig called Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, to this day, I quote lines from that show.
There were definitely lines in that were you're like, oh, wait a minute.
There's this moment where all the elves are trying to the acorn day because this squirrel's going to fill the elf tree with acorns, and this little fairy turns round to, I think it's called Nanny Plum, and says, "Is the elf's idea smart? No, but it's funny. We're going to watch." And I'm like, love it. Yeah, and I still quote that shit to this day. And the King Thistle has a bath, and he comes out and he goes, "I'm all clean now, and I smell lovely." I say that every time I get out of the shower. "I'm all clean now, and I smell lovely." Yeah, so stupid shit like that used to make me laugh, really, just because, you got to find some stuff funny. But yeah, my daughter was kind of big into that, and then she...
My boy was obsessed with Peppa Pig. And then when we had the youngest, we were like, it is not going on the telly ever. And now my wife's mum loves putting Peppa Pig on when I'm not there.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Why are you doing this to them?
I was about to say I do that, because it's not about you, man. It's about the little one.
And what's the other one?
Them.
Bing. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that.
Bing was one of the worst shows ever invented. It's a Bing thing. Now, basically, what this show did was anything could happen. Like, literally any everyday thing could happen.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the show, this weird little puppety thing would talk and be like, it's a Bing thing. And be like, no, it's not. It's fucking skateboarding. What are you on about? It's not a Bing thing at all. It's a skateboard. He stood on it. He went down the road. He was fucking skateboarding. It's not a Bing thing. You used this little tosser. He was just skateboarding.
Dude, chill. Like this.
I hate that show.
This is not that deep. Like, you need this isn't noddy. Calm down.
The reason my son hates fireworks is because of that bloody show. Oh. So I joke you not. A week before, we had gone down to... We used to live in Southend-on-Sea.
Yeah.
And we went down to the seafront and they had a big firework display.
Yeah.
And my boy stood on my... sat on my shoulders, watched them all, loved it. This Bing show had an episode come out and Bing was out in the garden and a firework went off. And Bing ran into the house and hid under the table because the fireworks hurt his ears.
Yeah.
And he had to stand inside and he had to have the doors all closed and watch fireworks out the window because they're loud and they're scary. Yeah. It's a Bing thing. No, my son is now 8 years old and cries every time a firework goes off because they're so loud and scary. It literally started 2 days after he watched that episode. He's now 8. I blame that show.
I can understand your resentment towards the show then, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so many, and I know anybody listening is probably saying different shows. Do get in touch, drop us a message with shows we've missed and shows you think we might have missed. Another one, my little sister again. I ended up with 2 little sisters from my sins, and the 2 of them dragged my ass to a live performance from Bananas in Pyjamas.
Oh. Distant relatives of Banana Man.
Bananas in Pyjamas are coming down the stairs. They don't have that many good songs, I'm not going to lie.
No. And the thing is, it came out and then it went away again and then it came back in a different form.
Yeah.
And then most recently, it was like a really weird 3D cartoon.
Oh, no. I went to this live show thing, and I remember just looking around me like, there's a lot of parents in here looking like they're losing the will to live. and I'm like the older sibling, like with the 2, and like I've clearly been stitched up by my dad, like, oh, they really want to go with you. Like, guilted into it.
That little part of you goes, no, that's wonderful. Okay, I'll go. And then 10 minutes into it, you go, bastard, just didn't want to be it.
Like the minute I had kids myself, I was like, oh shit, now I see. Now I get it. I will say this, right? I will add this because this is kind of a, like, my 2 younger sisters are a lot older now. One turns 30 this year, the other's like 27, 28, and both of them still remember us going to watch that live and a very, very happy memory. So, although I'm...
Which is nice, but you don't.
Yeah, although I'm bitching about it, that's a good... Because it's about them at that age at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of cool. My daughter went on to really, really love, and I'm so thankful for it, because I could sit and watch it and laugh myself, a US show called Phineas and Ferb.
That show is incredible.
It's so good. So good. And I could easily just watch it like that. That was fine. Like, she would just find the Disney Channel, like you said, Phineas and Ferb back to back.
Perry the platypus that no one understands who it is.
Yeah.
It's
your platypus.
brilliant.
Puts the hat on. Perry the platypus. Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Oofenspurt. I mean, they're bringing it back. There's a new series now, which is amazing. But yeah, so Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
Yeah. And the sister that's constantly like a
Candace.
second away.
Poor Candace. I mean, just like the nervous breakdown from her every week, and there's a whole "Squirrels in Your Pants" song. Look,
the conspiracy theories around that show that adults have come up with about a kids show as well are incredible.
Yeah, and they're very funny. But yeah, so she was very, very attached to that, and then she kind of grew. I mean, she just kind of jumped out of it. Then, like, she wasn't interested. Like, everything became.
Do you not think that that's really unfair when they do that? Like, you get yourself really into a show, and then the kid decides, I ain't watching that anymore.
Yeah.
And as the adult, you're there going, but there's another season.
Yeah, like come on.
There's a whole other season to watch. Why do you not want to watch this?
I actually quite like to put Phineas and Ferb on rather than some of these live action Disney crap shows that you now want to watch because they're all high school and they're all
Hannah Montana, no thank you.
Yeah, no, you're good.
My sister and my eldest both went through a Hannah Montana phase. Not cool.
No, it's not funny at all. Lab Rats was the show that made me want to break my brain. It was 3 teenagers, super powered, made in a lab, and then got to go to school and live normal lives, and whilst also being superheroes. And it was awful, just so bad. And I'd be like, let's watch Phineas and Ferb, and she'd be like, no, Lab Rats is on.
Pinky and the Brain, talking about Lab and Rats. Pinky and the Brain, I used to watch that.
I remember Pinky and the Brain.
Animaniacs, that was the one.
I was
trying to think of it earlier. The Animaniacs.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes and all that kind of stuff, goes without saying.
Rugrats.
So, look, I'm going to call it there. There's bound to be stuff we've missed. Like always on our shows, get in touch, because every 10 episodes we do a show where we go back over everyone's emails and messages and stuff, and so that'll be coming up a couple of episodes time, in fact.
Can we just clarify, American Dad, although we both watched it with our newly born children because it was something that we put on.
Family Guy I watched, yeah.
That was it, Family Guy. Do we classify that as a kids show?
No, not kids show, no. That's animated for adults.
Because we both watched that when our newborns, because they wouldn't sleep.
And I'm trying not to advertise that too much, man. That's like, come on, let's move on. So yeah, get in touch. Let us know the shows we missed or shows you watched as a kid that were like huge. There's bound to be ones you say that I'm going to be like, oh my God, how did I not think of that? So do get in touch. You can get in touch via all the socials, via the podcast app, direct via email, sam@stuffandthangspodcast.com. So thank you all for listening. We will be back next week. I want you all to take care. And as always, I'll leave you with Stefan and his final thought.
Why aren't iPhone chargers just called apple juice?
Thank you for listening to the Stuff and Things podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. You can find us on Facebook or online. Simply search the Stuff and Things podcast to join in our conversation every week.